When you play TC2, who do you think of? Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. But really, have you really thought about it? I mean, some may say the poster child is either Flanker or Brute because sometimes they do appear, but there are rare moments where other characters from TC2 actually do get their spotlight. And weirdly, Agent is the most, let's just say, the most updatey, I guess. Hell, recently she's gotten herself new weapons and cosmetics. So, yeah. And Mechanic is the most hated for some reason and is nerfed a lot. But one character I really don't see people talk about as much is Arsonist. Now, I want to say this real quick. I am not an Arsonist main, and I'm not going to try to say in this video, Arsonist is one of the best. In fact, in this video, I'm actually going to talk about why Arsonist is actually one of the more weaker classes in the game. But first off, let me just say this. I only have, like, what, 50 hours on Arsonist? So, my points may be bad. So, if any Arsonist mains out there, which is probably, like, 4, please let me know, because I don't know anything about Arsonist, and I've recently played him just for this video to get myself into the mindset of an Arsonist main. Alright. To show how Arsonist is the middle child of TC2, let's just go over the reskins, the taunts, and some other things, shall we? For the reskins, Flanker has 11, Trooper has 3, Annihilator has 5, Brute has 7, Mechanic has 2, Doctor has 2, Marksman has 5, and Agent has 1. Arsonist does not even have a single one.
Oh, come on.
Agent is technically has the most reskins than Arsonist. Great. Isn't that well for him? And when it comes to taunts, a lot of the characters usually have 1 or 2, but Arsonist doesn't even have 1. Arsonist is alone. He only has the all-class taunts, and that's it. No unique taunt for him, and even with this new recent update for the winter update, he has gotten none. To also prove my point, Arsonist does not even have a single new weapon. Now, I already hear you typing in the comments, oh, but he actually does because he's experimental servers and there's actually 3 new weapons. No, he actually does have new weapons. No. You see, the reason why I don't count these as new weapons is because they're not in the main game. They're in the experimental server. That means it's experimental. It could happen, and it could be a new weapon for the game, but that's just for, testing out weapons and stuff. And ever since this game mode came out, I think around 2023, I think it's best to know that some of these weapons that have been in the game, let's just say that it wasn't in there. It's been a year, and he still hasn't even gotten any weapons from experimental server into the real game. So no, what I find more stupid is that his most recent weapon is from 2021, that being the meddling mallet. And even then, it's technically not really a new weapon, because it's actually more of an old version of the power jack from TF2, where when you killed someone, you would actually get your health back. Thus, in the stats of the power jack, still today, it still has that weird bonus of it, even though it's supposed to be speed. So, yeah, Arsonist technically doesn't even have any new weapons. What's annoying is that Arsonist is actually missing a lot of weapons from TF2, and isn't even in TC2, which I find quite unfair. So, here they are. The Man Melter, the Scorch Shot, which may or may not be controversial to say if it should be in TC2, but that's for a topic for another video. Thermal Thruster, the Gas Passer, Sharp Volcano Fragment, Neon Annihilator, and the Hot Hand. He is missing those weapons from TF2, and that really does sharpen up his gameplay. It just makes him a little bit more weak. With less weapons and with less combos, he's kind of useless. Sure, it's always good to have an Arsonist on your team, but, like, anytime when I play Arsonist, I just feel lonely because, well, one, it's just diet. He's nothing new. He doesn't have anything to support him with. He doesn't even have his own teammates. The only thing that he's good at is protecting mechanics and getting agents, and sometimes reflecting. Sometimes it's busted. But still, Arsonist is one of those characters that doesn't really get amount of love. Thus, here's what I want to say. To anyone who wants Arsonist to be alive, which is like 4, I want to say this. I think Arsonist should have an update in the summer, with his recent weapon being from 2021, almost like 3 years ago, almost turned into 4. At this point, Arsonist is not getting loved. Thus, I want to say something. At least give Arsonist one more reskin. Give Arsonist one unique taunt. And give Arsonist a new weapon. Arsonist needs something. And this video will prove it. Arsonist needs to have something so he can be played with more. I'm quite tired of it. Even though WM1 is basically the only thing, adding new weapons to balance out that thing is what Arsonist needs. People keep complaining about WM1 because, well, no duh, the only thing that makes him better, because there's nothing for Arsonist to do other than combo and WM1. That's what the problem with Arsonist is, and that's why I don't see people play him as much. He's the same boring combo. Sure, you can try to use different weapons, but what's going to stop you from using either stock, Phlogistonator, but whatever it is, please, Arsonist needs something. Give him a weapon that will fit him well. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because Arsonist, please, I just want you to be good. Thus, do not take away from this video, and rather, I'd suggest you play Arsonist as well. Show your love for this robotic boy, and please, please, devs. Anyways, like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.
I swear, when I get my hands on the devs, I will...